When billionaires go house shopping, they don't just buy homes, they buy landmarks. From cliffside compounds to palatial penthouses in the sky, the most expensive homes sold this century redefine what luxury even means. These properties aren't about four walls and a roof, they're about privacy, power, location, and legacy. In today's video, we're counting down the 10 most expensive homes sold this century. First up, and we're starting in the UK with Park Palace. Located on Henley-on-Thames, Berkshire. While this may be the cheapest estate on this list, this iconic country estate in the UK is by no means small. The estate was originally built by Lord Archibald Hamilton back in 1719. However, it was in 2012 that interests us, when Russian banker Andrei Borodin purchased it for $140 million. At the time, it was the most expensive home ever sold in Britain, and notably, it was outside London, proving that serious money isn't just focused on the capital. The estate spans over 300 acres of rolling countryside alongside the River Thames, with stunning views and absolute privacy. The main house itself is a grand Georgian mansion with over 20 bedrooms, opulent reception rooms, formal gardens, and historic detailing throughout. It's the kind of place that feels more like a royal residence than a private home. Park Palace also comes with amenities fit for a billionaire: equestrian facilities, indoor and outdoor pools, stables, and even ancient caves on the property that date back centuries. It had previously served as a school and a corporate training center before being restored and returned to its stately home roots. Next up, and we're headed to Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. In 2022, a villa on Frond N of Palm Jumeirah sold for a record-breaking AED 600 million, approximately $163 million US, the most expensive residential sale ever recorded in the city. The buyer, reportedly none other than Mukesh Ambani, chairman of Resilience Industries and one of the richest men in the world. For Ambani, who already owns some of the world's most extravagant residences, including the $2 billion Antilia in Mumbai, this Palm Jumeirah villa added a slice of Dubai's most exclusive coastline to his global real estate portfolio. The villa itself is nothing short of spectacular. Located on one of the outer fronds of the man-made Palm Jumeirah archipelago, it offers unmatched privacy, panoramic sea views, and a direct stretch of private beach. While exact details on the interiors remain closely guarded, the property is rumored to feature 10-plus bedrooms, multiple living and dining areas, marble finishes, custom interiors, and floor-to-ceiling windows that overlook the Arabian Gulf. It also includes a private spa, indoor and outdoor pools, landscaped gardens, and lavish staff quarters, essential for maintaining a property of this scale. Third on the list, and we're heading to the USA with the Warner Estate in Beverly Hills. This estate is part of the old-school Hollywood royalty, originally built in the 1930s by Harry Warner, one of the co-founders of Warner Bros. This sprawling property has long been one of the most prestigious private estates in Los Angeles. Set on over 9 acres in the ultra-exclusive Benedict Canyon, this estate is tucked behind massive gates, offering total privacy and classic elegance. In 2020, the Warner Estate made headlines when it was sold to Jeff Bezos. Yeah, that Jeff Bezos. For a reported $165 million. At the time, it was the most expensive home ever sold in California. The estate includes a 13.6 thousand square foot Georgian-style mansion, multiple guest houses, gardens, terraces, a pool, tennis court, and its own golf course. Everything about it screams quiet generational wealth, no gold-plated flash, just timeless design and serious land. The interiors are just as grand, with hand-carved wood panels, antique fireplaces, and vintage details that reflect nearly a century of Hollywood history. For Bezos, who owns properties around the world, this was a statement buy, a piece of Los Angeles history nestled in one of its most exclusive zip codes. Classic, iconic, and built to last. Fourth on the list, and we're staying in the USA, but this time with music power couple Beyoncé and Jay-Z. In 2023, they made real estate history when they purchased a jaw-dropping estate in Paradise Cove, Malibu, for $190 million, setting the record for the most expensive home ever sold in California at the time. Already known for their art collection, private jets, and multiple luxury properties, this acquisition was next level, even by billionaire standards. The property is more than just a house, it's a fortress of modernist design and coastal privacy. Located in Paradise Cove, an ultra-exclusive stretch of Malibu nicknamed Billionaires Beach, the home sits on 8 acres of prime oceanfront land, with panoramic views of the Pacific Ocean. The estate was originally designed by Japanese master architect Tadao Ando, whose minimalist concrete-heavy style is known for its serene, almost meditative quality. Ando also designed Kanye West's Tadao Ando-style home and is behind a handful of ultra-luxury properties around the world. The mansion itself spans roughly 40,000 square feet, with wide concrete corridors, soaring ceilings, and expansive glass walls that seamlessly blend indoor and outdoor living. Though private details are closely guarded, it's believed the estate includes multiple bedrooms and lounges, an ocean-facing infinity pool, private spa facilities, and state-of-the-art security. There's also extensive outdoor space with manicured gardens, terraces, and direct access to the beach below. Fifth on the list, and we're heading to France and Villa Les Cèdres, located in Saint-Jean-Cap-Ferrat, one of the most prestigious and picturesque peninsulas on the French Riviera. This breathtaking estate is far more than a luxury home. It's a historic icon that blends European royal heritage with timeless Belle Époque grandeur. Built in 1830, the villa's prestige took a leap in 1904 when it was purchased by King Leopold II of Belgium, who added lavish embellishments and expanded the surrounding grounds. With its royal history and commanding views of the Mediterranean Sea, Villa Les Cèdres quickly became known as one of the finest homes in France, if not the world. The main residence spans around 18,000 square feet, with 14 bedrooms, a grand ballroom, and a library housing over 3,000 rare books. Inside, you'll find crystal chandeliers, 19th century oil paintings, and finely carved woodwork, each room designed to reflect an era when elegance was measured in craftsmanship and scale. The formal sitting rooms are more like museum galleries, evoking the atmosphere of a royal residence from another century. Outside, the estate covers a jaw-dropping 35 acres, including what may be one of the most remarkable botanical gardens in Europe, with over 14,000 species of plants. The grounds are lush, sculpted, and endlessly serene. Stone paths wind through palm groves, koi ponds, and cypress trees, and there's even a bronze statue of Athena hiding among the foliage, an echo of the estate's classical influence. In 2019, the property was reportedly sold for €200 million, approximately $221 million, making it one of the most expensive home sales ever recorded. The buyer is believed to be Renat Akhmetov, Ukraine's richest man. Sixth on the list, and we're headed back to the USA. In 2019, hedge fund billionaire Ken Griffin shattered every real estate record in the United States when he purchased a multi-floor penthouse at 220 Central Park South for a staggering $238 million. The penthouse spans approximately 24,000 square feet across 4 full floors, perched near the top of the Robert A.M. Stern-designed limestone tower that overlooks Central Park. While interior photos remain private, the residence is believed to include multiple bedrooms, entertaining salons, formal dining areas, a private terrace, and a layout designed for both scale and discretion. Massive windows stretch along nearly every wall, offering panoramic views of the park and the Manhattan skyline, arguably the most iconic cityscape in the world. The penthouse is also stacked full of some of the most expensive artwork in the world. The day after Griffin spent $238 million buying this apartment, he spent another $200 million buying Jackson Pollock's number 17A from David Geffen, and a further $300 million buying William de Koonig's Interchange. The building itself is a study in quiet luxury, designed to resemble the classic pre-war architecture of New York's elite. 220 Central Park South offers unparalleled amenities, a private dining room led by a Michelin-starred chef, a wellness center with a gym and spa, an IMAX-style theater, private wine cellars, and secure, fully staffed entrances. Many of its buyers are billionaires or global business leaders drawn by the building's discretion and prestige. Seventh on the list, and we're headed back to France in Europe. Chateau Louis XIV is the kind of property that sounds like a myth, except it is very real and jaw-droppingly extravagant. Located just outside Paris, between Versailles and Marne-la-Vallée, this 21st century palace was designed to mimic the style of a 17th century chateau, specifically evoking the grandeur of Louis XIV, the Sun King himself. Completed in 2011 by Saudi developer Imad Khashoggi, yes, related to that Khashoggi family, Chateau Louis XIV was built using traditional craftsmanship, hand-painted ceilings, gilded interiors, marble columns, and fountains galore. The estate sits on 57 acres of manicured gardens with a moat, a wine cellar, an indoor and outdoor pool, a cinema, a ballroom, and even a gold-leafed meditation room. There's also an underwater glass chamber where guests can view koi fish as they swim beneath marble floors. Yeah, really. In 2015, the chateau made headlines when it reportedly sold for around 275 million euros, which is $301 US, instantly becoming one of the most expensive residential properties ever sold. The buyer eventually revealed to be Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman through a series of shell companies. 8th on the list, and we're headed east to Hong Kong. Gold Hill Park on the Peak is home to some of the most exclusive and eye-wateringly expensive real estate in the world. Tucked into the lush hills above central Hong Kong, this private, gated street is where billionaires go when they want space, security, and panoramic views that stretch from Victoria Harbour to the South China Sea. One of the standout transactions on Gold Hill Road was the reported sale of a mansion for $2.5 billion Hong Kong dollars, around $320 million, making it one of the most expensive homes ever sold in the world. The property sits on a rare plot of land in a city where space is as prized as gold. It features multiple floors, private gardens, indoor and outdoor pools, luxury finishes, and full-time security, all wrapped in contemporary architecture designed for privacy and prestige. The Peak area, especially Gold Hill Road, is legendary for its exclusivity. Homes here rarely hit the open market. Deals are usually made quietly between tycoons, real estate holding companies, and offshore trusts. It's not just a place to live, it's a symbol of status, wealth, and power, perched literally and figuratively above one of the world's most dynamic cities. 9th on the list, and we're back to London. In 2020, a quiet but historic real estate transaction took place in London's exclusive Knightsbridge neighbourhood, the sale of 28A Rutland Gate, a colossal mansion overlooking Hyde Park, for a reported $350 million. The deal instantly set the record for the most expensive residential property ever sold in the United Kingdom. The mansion is massive by any standard, spanning over 60,000 square feet across 7 floors, with more than 40 bedrooms, numerous salons, grand staircases, and sweeping views of one of London's most iconic parks. Originally built as a series of 4 separate white stucco townhouses in the 1860s, the properties were later merged into a single palatial home. It has been owned by the late Rafik Hariri, former Prime Minister of Lebanon, and after his death in 2005, passed to Saudi royals, including Prince Sultan bin Abdulaziz Al Saud. For years, the property sat vacant behind its towering gates, fully furnished but empty, shrouded in mystery and wrapped in scaffolding. Inside, it was known for its gold-plated fixtures, marble walls, bulletproof windows, and even an indoor swimming pool. The interiors were once described as lavishly over-the-top, blending Middle Eastern luxury with European classical style. There were rumors of a private cinema, an underground parking garage, and a ballroom. The buyer, while officially undisclosed at the time, was widely believed to be a Chinese billionaire connected to mainland wealth or a holding company tied to the tech elite. The deal was handled discreetly through offshore companies and private bankers, keeping in line with London's tradition of quiet mega deals among the ultra-wealthy. Villa La Leopolda is one of the most legendary and luxurious estates on Earth, so famous it's practically a character in the story of the ultra-wealthy. Perched on the cliffs of Villefranche-sur-Mer on the French Riviera, this sprawling estate overlooks the sparkling Mediterranean, and it's nestled between Nice and Monaco. With a history as glamorous as its location, Villa Leopolda has been home to kings, billionaires, and bold-faced names for over a century. Built in the early 1900s by King Leopold II of Belgium for his mistress, the estate sits on a 50-acre plot of terraced gardens, olive groves, and cypress trees. The villa itself is said to span over 20,000 square feet, featuring 19 bedrooms, opulent salons, grand marble staircases, and antique furnishings. The grounds require a full-time staff of over 50 gardeners to maintain. The estate made headlines in 2008 when Russian billionaire Mikhail Prokhorov reportedly agreed to buy it for 500 million euros, around $750 million, which would have made it the most expensive home ever sold. But the deal fell through, and the deposit was famously forfeited. Today, Villa Leopolda is still considered one of the crown jewels of global real estate, a mix of royal history, jaw-dropping beauty, and billionaire-level exclusivity. It's not just a home, it's a legacy. If you had unlimited wealth and wanted a new penthouse, what property would you buy? As always, if you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel for more videos on the lives of the super rich.